Well, you missed the fun part, but here is the planter I just bought. It's a cedar, plants grass. There's my old one. It's actually my really good one. This one's just a cheapie for planting grass. That one plants all kinds of things, but it doesn't plant grass. And I needed something that planted grass. Grass gets all stuck together and it won't go down these cedar holes. See these holes here? This wheel turns and it turns this little cedar in here, which grabs the seed and then turns and drops the seed down. The seed falls down here onto the ground, and this comes over it and pushes the seed into the ground. And see, this is my good one. And this is the same thing. This does the same thing. Here's the little seed box. See this cedar in here? And I can adjust these. I can move all these out. There's 30 cedars on this one. There's even more than that. This is the alfalfa box, which is small seed. It all comes out there, and then there's a, see, it's the small box. Here's the big box, and all the cedars for it are down there. See, I got some seed in there. There's more down there. It's hard to see. Let's see. This one's kind of a different style a little bit, but see there's seed in there? It goes up to the box and grabs just the right amount of seed and drops it down this tube. Falls down the tube. Goes in there, and this cuts a path for it. I'll have to show you when I actually do it. And then this wheel comes down and fills that gap up. But you can see this planter, this one's actually called a drill, but it doesn't have an agitator. The seed just falls down in there, right? It just falls down in there. But with grass seed, it bridges over that hole and gets stuck to each other and it stops falling down in there. So you need an agitator to stir the seed while you're driving, while you're planting. And my new one has an agitator. See this thing? It turns and fluffs the seed so it doesn't get all, it doesn't bridge. And that'll, grass seeds really particular. Certain grass seeds like brome and orchard grass that I'm going to be planting at 20 pounds of the acre. Those are my settings for how many seeds per acre I want to plant. That's a whole bunch more. That's all Ken has in him today for vlogging for Austin and Stacy, not for the whole world. There's my lawnmower, my air tank. I wanted to show you my disc. Here's my small baler. Here's my big baler. And I gotta show you the big baler. This is what I'm doing right now is that disc. Look at this. This is my job. So I got this disc out, ready to go. I gotta get ready to go. And I find out that this main beam that holds the disc together is broken right there. Where is it? Right there. All the way through, so. Just fixed this water pump today. It's gonna be my fire engine to burn weeds around the lake to clear out the waterways. And I need a fire truck for that. That's gonna be my fire truck. But, oh, there's that beam. So, I gotta cut that out. Boom, boom. And there's a little piece of metal right there. I have to unbolt, cut it away from the metal, stick another beam in there, weld it in, and weld that bracket back in and stick it back in. Grease this whole thing, fix all those tires, make sure all the bearings on it are good. These scrapers on each disc I have to set correctly. Do some fluid changes on the tractor, and then I can start disking. Oh, look at this gearbox for my big baler. I'm gonna put some fluid in this or change it. This thing blows me away. That's the gearbox. I don't know how well it is on camera, especially with the sun, but here, I'll just see if I can show you a side view. You can't really see the gearbox, but here's the gears. It's a big piston, like an engine. This piston comes back and forth. This thing down here picks up the hay, shoves it into a flake. Once the flake gets full, it shoves a flake up into the chamber, and this piston pushes it, crams it, just keeps doing that as I'm haying. Here's the chamber. I got a flake in there so you can't see the piston. I was going to show you. But flakes it up, that wheel turns. Once it gets to the setting I have it at, it drops and ties a knot. Shoves it. It's a big sewing machine. Here's the needles. They're literally called the needles. Once that wheel turns a certain amount of times, it drops and these needles shove up into the bale. And up here are the knotters. I'm getting carried away. I was gonna have a really short video, but I got to keep Austin busy at work. Here's the knotters. So those needles I showed you down below, they come all the way up here, right here. Right there they come up. And then this mechanism here has a bill hook, grabs both pieces of twine, twists them. That's right there. Let's see. Where is it? It's right here. It's like a little duck bill. It's hard to see. It's clampers. Twists it, ties a knot, drops it off. It's a really famous invention, this knotter right here. But then once it does that, poops it out the back. That's an old bale that I shoved out of there because I'm getting everything cleaned up and ready for this season. So yeah, that's my big baler and everything else. That's my day of work, and it just begun, and it's 5:37 in the afternoon. Usually work till sundown. See you guys.